Now, people will often tell you that the closest living relative to a dinosaur is a chicken, which as I look at my girl Bet here, I kind of find it hard to believe. But yes, over and over again, when you talk about dinosaurs and people are talking about the study of dinosaurs more and more, they're comparing the chicken to the dinosaur and even saying that dinosaurs have feathers. And there is an outstanding body of work that actually connects to that idea. But the idea that I want to share with you guys today is the fact that these here chickens are a lot like piranhas with feathers. Because have you ever seen a chicken eat? Release the Kraken! So I know there's a lot of folks out there who watch our videos who have never held a chicken like this. And so please allow me to give you just a quick rundown of some basic chicken facts. Number one, yes, chickens are a bird. Number two, different breeds of chicken have different purposes. For example, this barred rock chicken that I hold in my hands is bred for egg laying. If you look at the white chickens, which are American breast chickens we have here on our farm, they're actually raised for meat production. And then of course we have the weird chickens who are bred for being weird. Chickens are omnivores, meaning they eat both plant material as well as insects, as well as animals. Like the other day, one of my barn cats gave me a mouse, and so I fed it to the chickens. The other really interesting thing to me about chickens is how they eat their food. You see, they like to use a pecking motion, and taking advantage of their sharp beak that they have on the front of their face, they're able to rip off little pieces of whatever they're trying to eat, much like the piranha. Did you actually know that the term pecking order comes from chickens? Meaning that poultry-like chickens often establish a hierarchy within their flock, and usually they're pecking at each other to establish that order. So in a lot of ways, chickens are not only like piranhas, they're also like people. And while probably everybody has a horror story about some rooster that's attacked them over the years, for the most part, chickens are very docile and friendly. Also, much like a piranha. You know, there actually is this big myth when it comes to the piranha that, like, if you just dip your hand into a river that has piranhas, it's gonna, like, eat you up. And to the best of my knowledge, there are very few known cases of piranhas actually eating a person. But it's that aggressive way that piranhas feed that ultimately has given them the reputation of hungry, hungry critters. I like to give my chickens a wide variety of foods. I think that that gives them the nutrition and minerals that they need to stay healthy, whether it's the protein or vitamins. For example, I grew pumpkins here in this greenhouse all summer, and it's been one of the things I've been feeding my chickens on the regular. Chickens also like insects, like mealworms, for example. Toby dog, do you want mealworms too? I don't think you do, kid. I'll throw some on the ground for you. You don't even want the mealworms, man. I was initially reluctant to add chickens to my farm, but over the years I've come to very much enjoy them. While they're not as sustainable as geese and they're not as lovable as ducks, chicken behavior and chicken society can often be quite enjoyable to observe. Now, if you want to have chickens of your own, there are definitely some basics you should keep in mind. Number one, you are taking on the responsibility of a living creature. Its health, its security, its happiness are all dependent on you. And so this isn't something you should just do because you see something cute on the internet and you're attracted to it. You need to make sure that you're up for the task. Obviously, that means giving them food and fresh water every single day. It also means that you need to give them shelter and protection from the elements. Chickens are very vulnerable animals, and so that means they need to be protected from predators. Whether you use livestock guardian dogs like we do on our farm, or you just make sure that you have a predator-proof area to keep your chickens. And definitely watch out for those weasels because they can be sneaky. Another thing that's really good for chickens is something known as grit. Because chickens don't have teeth, once they've grabbed that little piece of food and they swallow it, they have an area in their throat known as a crop. And inside that crop, they usually hold little rocks and pebbles. Those little rocks and pebbles move around in their crop and they grind up the food and break it down so that it becomes something that they can digest. And so it's always important to make sure that your chickens have ample supply of grit. I like to use oyster shell as grit. That gives the ladies some extra calcium and helps keep their eggshells strong. Another unusual thing about chickens is the way they bathe is not by going in the water like our ducks and geese. They like to do something known as take a dust bath. In the summer months, they can just find a nice dirt patch outside and make that their dust bath. But here during our cold Vermont winters, I like to take the wood ash from our fireplace and give it to them for their dust bath. I don't know, maybe I'm not making the best case for chickens being like piranhas, but I do like watching chickens and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you want to learn more about this structure that I keep my chickens in, you should check out this video over here. And I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you have more chicken questions, leave them down below.